Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about moving beyond just, telling AI what to do. We're going to dive into what it means to develop true AI fluency, how to transform this amazing technology from just a simple tool into a real honest-to-goodness thinking partner. Let's figure out how to build that partnership. So, if you've been using AI at all, I'm sure you've heard the term prompt engineering thrown around everywhere. And yeah, it's important, for sure. But is it the only skill you really need to get good at? The short answer, no way. Focusing only on the prompt is kind of like trying to conduct an entire orchestra by only talking to the first violinist. There's a much bigger, more strategic picture to see here. Let's be real, working with AI can sometimes feel chaotic, right? One minute you get a response that's absolutely brilliant, and then the next you get something that's complete nonsense. The goal is to move past that hit or miss feeling and build a reliable, strategic partnership. And to do that, well, it takes a whole new way of thinking. So how do we actually get there? It all starts with a framework, a mental model that goes way beyond just the prompt itself. This is about understanding the entire process, the whole dance of working with AI. And that brings us to this key concept, AI fluency. Think of it as being built on 4 pillars. You need to be effective, so you actually get the results you want. You got to be efficient, so you're not wasting time. And crucially, you need to be ethical and safe, so you're using all this power responsibly. This right here is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. To get fluent, we first have to understand the lay of the land. It turns out there are really 3 main ways we interact with AI, and knowing which mode you're operating in is just critical. So let's break them down. First up, we've got automation. This is probably the one you're most familiar with. You give the AI a really clear, defined task, like summarize this article or draft a follow-up email, and it just does it. The super-powered intern analogy is perfect. It's fantastic for knocking out that repetitive work fast. Next is augmentation, and this is where things get really, really interesting. In this mode, AI isn't just your intern, it's your collaborator. It's a creative back and forth where you and the AI are literally building on each other's ideas. This is your brainstorming buddy for the deep, complex, creative stuff. And finally, we have agency. Now, this is the most advanced mode of the 3. Here, instead of giving the AI just one task, you're setting it up, you're configuring it to handle future tasks all on its own. Think about building a customer service bot or an NPC in a video game. You're essentially training it to act as your agent out in the world. Okay, so we've got the landscape, right? Automation, augmentation, and agency. So how do we actually navigate it? How do we get good at it? Well, that brings us to the real core of this framework, the 4D competency map. These are the 4 essential human skills you need to master. These 4 Ds are delegation, description, discernment, and diligence. And they build on each other, creating a complete playbook for pretty much any AI interaction. Let's take a closer look at what each one actually means. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with delegation. This is the strategic thinking you do before you even think about writing a prompt. You ask yourself, should I even use AI for this? Is this the right tool for the job? And am I just trying to automate something simple, or do I need a real creative partner? The strategy always comes first. Okay, next up is description. This is where prompting lives, but it's so much bigger than just asking a question. It's about being able to clearly and effectively articulate your entire vision. The context, the audience, the tone you're going for, the format. The better you can describe what's in your head, the better the AI can help you bring it to life. All right, so the AI gives you something back. Now discernment kicks in. This is all you. It's your critical thinking, your domain expertise. Is this output even accurate? Is it biased? Is it helpful? Or is it just some well-written fluff? You have to be the editor, the fact-checker, and the quality control, all rolled into one. And finally, we have diligence. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all. This is all about accountability. It means you take full 100% responsibility for the final product. It means being transparent about how AI was involved and making sure your work is ethical and safe. You know, that last D, diligence, it's just so critical. It really is the human element that ensures this incredibly powerful technology is used for good. So let's zoom in a little bit and see what it looks like in practice. Diligence isn't just some abstract idea. It breaks down into 3 very specific actions. There's creation diligence, which is about being responsible as you create. Then there's transparency diligence, being upfront with your audience about the AI's role. And finally, deployment diligence, which means you are personally vouching for the accuracy and safety of whatever you put out into the world. You own it.
Now, check this out. This is diligence in action. This quote is from the actual authors of this framework. They're telling us flat out that they used AI to help write their paper, but then they immediately take full responsibility for everything in it. This is a perfect example of what that kind of transparency and accountability looks like.
So when you put it all together, you've got the 3 modes of use and you've got the 4 Ds. What you end up with is a really powerful mental model for how to actually partner with AI.
So why does this matter so much? Well, for one, this framework isn't tied to any single company or app. It's technology agnostic, which means it's still going to be useful even when the tools change next year. It's flexible enough to apply to anything, from writing code to making art. And most importantly, it puts ethics right at the heart of the process, which is, completely non-negotiable.
At the end of the day, the goal here isn't just about getting your work done a little bit faster. It's way bigger than that. It's about elevating your own thinking. It's about developing a whole new creative process by working with an authentic thinking partner that can push your ideas and help you see things in totally new ways.
So as you go forward, try not to think of AI as just a tool you give commands to. Think of it as a partner you collaborate with. And the real question this whole framework leaves us with is a pretty exciting one. AI is your new thinking partner. So, what will you create together?